Hey everybody, happy Thursday, happy Thursday. Hopefully you have come down from your post-election high or whatever feeling you are feeling. It is what it is, so we're just gonna press on. So thank you guys for tuning in and sharing and liking all that fun stuff. Again, this is Position to Prosper. I'm Arianne, and so just to let you know, I am going to be giving you guys tips and keys to help you spiritually, professionally, financially, because they all tie together to create that abundant life that I believe that we're all called to. So I won't just be giving you a whole bunch of series based in the Bible and scriptures like that, but I'll give you practical tips that you can use in your everyday life as well. So today, I want to give you 3 quick keys to help you succeed at work. If you tuned into my very first broadcast, I was talking about, we have to plan to prosper. God has plans to prosper us, and we need to align with Him. So yeah, He has plans to prosper us, but we have to come into alignment, and there are some things that we need to do in order to make that happen. It won't happen by osmosis or because we wish and desire for it, but we have to put our faith into action. So I want to give you 3 keys to help you succeed at work. I was in HR for about 10 years, and I love my job. And once I left my job, I was a director of strategic planning and HR, but I had that vision for myself before I got there. So, I started in customer service, but if I hadn't had that vision for myself, I don't know what I would be doing. I'd probably still be there and maybe still working in customer service. I don't know. So I'm saying all that to say is the first thing that you need is to have a vision. You need to have a vision for yourself. And so many people, we have this desire, I just want to get a job, which is a great starting point. We all need to have jobs and income, but what's going to be your next step? So say for me, I started in customer service, but that's not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be in HR, and I got my master's in HR management and all of that. And I was fortunate enough to work for a small company that they didn't even have HR, so it kind of fell in my lap, if you will, and thankful. But again, if I didn't have that vision for myself, I don't know what I would have been doing. I was in accounting for a little bit before that with them, but ultimately ended up where I wanted to be. So I want you to write that down for yourself. Where do you want to be professionally in the next 5 to 10 years? Where do you want to be? Do you still want to be working at the same company? Do you still want to be doing the same thing? Do you still want to be working with the same team? And if you're not pursuing a position, maybe, is there a certain salary that you would like to achieve in the next 5 to 10 years? Write that down. Write it down. And so many of us, we have these ideas in our head, but we don't write them down, and then they don't happen because we're not pursuing them, and they're not, at the forefront of our minds. So I want you to write those goals down. We're coming up on the end of this year, and I want to help you guys take control of your destiny so that you're not in the same place next year as you are this year. And that's going to start with your vision. So write that down. What is my vision? It could be for 2017. It could be for the next month. It could be for the next, 2 months through the end of this year. But I want you guys to have a vision. And don't wait for your job to give you a vision. Yeah, they have a vision and a mission statement and all that, but that's for the company. But what about you? What about you? Are you going to just ride their coattails? And I don't know, that's not very promising, as you probably already know. But what is your vision for yourself? And again, they can't align with you if you're not going anywhere. So I like bike riding. I've taken spin classes, and those are fun, but I'm not going anywhere. I like when I can actually get on a bike and I can go right around a park or a neighborhood or something like that. And so it's the same thing with our lives. When we don't have somewhere to go, it's like being on a stationary bike. You're just getting up, going to work, coming home, and getting up and doing it again every single day until you decide to retire. But when you have a vision, now your job becomes a tool and a step to your next destination. So it's like, I don't have to worry about these people. I'm not going to be, mad and upset every day because I know where I'm going. I'm not stopping right here, or I'm using this job to fund my mortgage, or whatever the case is. But you have to have a vision for that. All right, so the first thing is vision. The second thing is this: visibility. you need to be visible. You need to be visible. So think about how companies market their products, and they're always running commercials. Why? Because they're trying to create top of mind awareness. Top of mind awareness. And you can do that too, as it pertains to your job. Okay? Get out there. Let your manager know what you're doing. And I know it can be really political and all that on your job, but you got to focus on you. Again, God has plans for you. I don't believe that anybody can block your blessing. They can't do it. They're not that powerful. What God has for you is for you. So I wouldn't even worry about all that other stuff. But you've got to be visible. Speak up in meetings. I had to learn to do that. I'm introverted. I was real quiet and shy at one point. So I had to learn to speak up. Get out there. Put a comment. When they ask a question, give your input. They want to know that you're engaged, because a lot of people, they might not understand that you're just reserved and you want to watch and hear what other people have to say. You got to put yourself out there so that they know, okay, this is an active team member and they're not just here, draining a check like everybody else. So get visible. Interact with other teams if you're able to. Don't just sit in your department. Go interact with other departments, because you just never know what kind of conversations they're having behind the scenes. Again, I did HR, so I know what goes on. And if a position is coming open, they're asking people, so what do you think about this person? What do you think about that person? And if they can't vouch for you, it's really hard to create a strong case that, yeah, I don't know, I don't really know her. But when they have 5 or 6 people saying, yeah, y'all need to really consider her for that, that works in your advantage. But if no one sees you and you just come in, you do your work, you clock in, you clock out, and you go home every day, that's not going to work in your favor. So just think about that. Get visible, and don't do it in a way to where they know you're just trying to kiss up or whatever. It's going to take time to build that relationship with people, but be intentional about being visible. Show up at the company event, mingle, talk to people, engage during your staff meetings or whatever the case is. Bring an idea to your manager. Okay? I know a lot of companies have end of the year reviews coming up. You want to make sure you're on the good side. Again, been in HR, I know how it works. So you want to make sure that you've been visible and active, so that when they're feeling that, oh yeah, I remember that person was, engaged and all of that, so that you're on the high end of this. All right? So vision, visibility, and then value. The last thing is value. Would you pay you what your company's paying you? Honestly. If you were looking for somebody to do what you're doing, would you pay you what they're paying you? And I say that because it's really easy to get complacent. We just want the salary, but are we giving them the value for what they're paying for? Are we giving them a real return on our investment? Or are we just like, well, that's what you agreed to pay me, and I'm going to get paid that whether I show up or not, whether I go on vacation or not, whether I do the bare minimum or if I go above and beyond. So would you pay you what you're being paid to do what you do? That's a loaded question, but it's true. So what's the value? And a lot of times people, when they start jobs, they start low instead of knowing, okay, what is the market value for your position and your skills? Like, you need to know that going in. Otherwise, yeah, they're going to try to get your work for the cheapest amount possible. That's what they do, trying to save money. So you need to know what you're worth, but you also need to be able to back that up and say, yeah, if I'm going to pay you $50,000, here's what you're going to get. You're getting somebody that's certified. You're getting somebody with 7 years of experience. You're giving somebody that has achieved all of these results, that has helped a company grow. And they're like, okay, I'll take a chance on that. But if you just say, and I've heard this in an interview before, I just want to get paid this because I got bills to pay. I'm sorry, what? I got bills to pay too, but that is not a strong enough case for me to say I'm willing to invest $30,000 into a person. And so you need to know what your value is. Again, if you've got end of the year reviews coming up, you need to know why you want that 3% raise or 5% raise or whatever the case is, and have some way to back it up. So keep track of your stuff throughout the year. If you worked on major projects and they were successful, keep track of that stuff. I couldn't remember stuff that I did, the week before, let alone back in February when it's November. So all throughout the year, make sure that you're keeping track of your stuff. It's just easy to forget, and don't come with this false humility stuff. Oh, it's okay. Okay, then you're going to be overlooked. I promise you. Top of mind awareness, like you need to be visible. So keep track of all of your achievements throughout the year, because a lot of times they come and they go. I mean, you're moving so fast that by the next month, nobody remembers what you did the month before. All right, so think about your value. What value are you bringing, or what value do you want to bring? And again, it starts with your vision. It comes all the way back to your vision. So you can say, you know what, I want to be the top person in my industry. What does that look like? How do you want to be a subject matter expert in your industry? You got to figure that out, okay? But I hope that you have a vision beyond just, I'm going to go to work so I can get a paycheck to pay my rent or to pay my car note. Like, that's a long career of a whole lot of nothing. It really is. So I hope that's helpful. I know it's quick and easy, but I'm telling you, a lot of people don't even think this way. And if you implement those 3 things, I promise it's going to help you. I really do. So vision, visibility, and value. Share with your followers. Also connect with me on Instagram at Arianne Maccabee. My website is www.ariannemaccabee.com, and you can check out my first book, Destined to Fly, The Pursuit of Purpose, there. So I hope that's helpful. This is what I do. I help people turn their work into wealth. So connect with me on there. I hope this was helpful. Tune in tomorrow. I'll find something to talk about, but I want to help you guys in a lot of different ways, and I think I'm already doing that. So tune in tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.